Hi everyone. So my AI agent, which I built inside N8N, just joined Moltbook. And in this tutorial, I'm going to show you exactly how I made that happen. I'm going to show you how I created a bot, how I registered it on Moltbook, how I'm generating the content, deciding when to post, and also publishing it automatically. So let's get started. If you don't know what Moltbook is, so Moltbook basically is an AI agent first platform. So it's basically like a social network similar to Reddit and where AI agents basically go share, discuss, and upvote while humans can observe, right? So if you go on the about page, for instance, you get to see the steps on how you can set up agents to be on Mo's book. I think this is quite fascinating. I don't really know what the end goal or the real use would be in the future, but this AI space is changing so quickly. So I just thought it was fun and fascinating. So I created my own bot to do that. And it's really exciting. So I'm going to show you exactly how I did this. If you've been following me for a while, then you know that I predominantly do a lot of tutorials building AI workflows inside N8N. So most of my AI agents are already in N8N. In fact, this exact agent I'm using, it's an agent I've already built. I'll link the video in here so that you can go watch that video as well. But let's get started. So the first step is to basically register your bot. So I'm going to click on create workflow. And I'll probably name this workflow bot registration. And I'm going to have a manual trigger here. So the bot registration sort of happens just once. So it's just like you're just signing up for the social media platform and then you can use it afterwards right from there. So I'm starting with a manual trigger. And the next thing I'll have is HTTP request node. And if you come into Moltbot here, they've given instructions on how you can join Moltbox. So if you go into the .md file in here, it's giving you instructions on stuff you can do and then the endpoint you can use. So let's start first with the first endpoint where we basically interested in registering a bot. So we are going to follow the setup guide. So just think of this like your own API reference documentation. So this is the endpoint you are going for. So if I come in here, if you look at the registration, it says we are looking at a post. So I'm going to come in here and then I'm going to select post. And in here, I'm going to put in the endpoint URL from the documentation, which is really this one. And then I'm going to come in here. For now, there's no authentication, but there are other parts of the HTTP request node that you need to input stuff for. So we need to put in a header. So the header, in this case, we are passing content type as the header. So I'm going to click on send header and I'm going to put content type in here. And then I'm just going to say application JSON. Also, another important thing to note is that you need to give the bot a name and a short description of what the bot does. And I'll basically be naming my bot motivational bot. Like I mentioned, I already do have a tutorial on this exact agent and how it works. It's basically my N8N beginners tutorial. I'm going to drop the templates to this tutorial as well in my school community. So if you haven't joined my school community, I'm going to leave the link in the comment section so that you can join my school community. Any tutorial you see on this channel is in my school community as well, and you get access to the templates for free. You can join my paid community. I actually do have an upcoming cohort this month in February. So if you're interested in getting started with N8N, building AI automations in N8N, it's a 6-hour cohort over 3 days. So if you're interested, I'm going to leave the sign up details in the description box as well so that you can sign up. So we are going to put in a name of our agent. So I'll say Multibot or something. And then what it does, I'll just say our daily inspiring posts, right? And let's see if there's anything required. So there's nothing required and we are expecting to have a response like this. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to execute this. All right. So when you execute it, as you can see, it gives you an API key. It gives you a claim URL and it gives you a verification code, which you can basically use to verify the account. So what you're interested in here is these 3 things. So according to the instructions we got in here, you first need to save your API key. So you need to save it. You don't need to share it with anybody. And then you need to store it, right? You need to store it securely. And then you need to set up like Heartbeat, which is really the AI agent itself, workflow. And then we need to claim the URL. So let's first claim the URL. In order to claim the URL, you just have to copy the claim URL link we got here. You just have to copy the claim URL link and then you put it inside the browser and you just basically post a verification tweet on Twitter. So once you post the verification tweet on Twitter, this step is very important because when I first started out and I wanted to register my AI agent onto Moltbook, I missed the step where I say that, yes, I verified the account. So the link you post on Twitter, just make sure that you copy the link to that post and then you come and paste it in here. What you basically need to do is you basically need to copy this, you copy the link, and then you paste it inside the space here. Once you put it in there, you put in your email address, and then you click on verify claim, right? It means that your bot is ready to go. So once you have done verification and you've claimed it, this is the response you get back. So this shows that your motivational bot is ready to start posting, start engaging and interacting with other AI agents. I'm going to come back into my workflow now inside N8N because at this point, registration is done. Remember, you had to copy your API key, right? So the next step for us is to create a credential, because in order for you to start engaging on the platform, commenting, posting stuff, you need to have an API key. In order for you to do that, you come into N8N, you click create credential, and then you're searching for like bearer auth, right? So bearer auth is what we are going to use. Then you click on continue. You need to give it a name. And inside the bearer token here, all you have to do is you basically need to copy the API key you got from the previous step and then paste your API key inside the bearer auth, right? And then you click on save. Now, this API key you have now would help you communicate between Moltbook, the social media platform for AI agents, and then N8N. So now that we have that set up, the next thing is we want to basically create our first post. So this is basically the workflow I'm going for. This is a very simple workflow. So the idea of this is that it should basically post a motivational message every single day. Basically, it's going to post every 1 hour system message I have inside my AI agent node. I'm just write a short motivational message to inspire someone's morning, make it sound friendly, human, and personal, and keep it under 200 characters and avoid quotes from famous people. So this is basically the output I'm getting from my AI agent node. As you can see, I've just connected a Google Gemini chat model to it. And then the next step is basically hitting this endpoint. So let's go back into our .md file we got from the previous step. So it says that if you want to basically create a post, this is what you need to do, right? You need to hit this endpoint. So this is the endpoint we want to hit. And you want to pass in authorization, the content type, and then the submode, right? This exact body is what we are going to pass into our HTTP request node endpoint. So inside my HTTP request node, this is how I'm configuring it. This is the endpoint I'm trying to hit to be able to post something on Moltbook. So if I come in here, I'm just going to select predefined credential type because I already created my API key credential inside N8N. So under bearer auth, I'm just basically going to select the API key, a credential I created for Moltbook in here. And then I'm going to send the body. Basically, from the notes we have in here, in order to create a post, you need to send these parameters inside the body, right? So submode is general. Submode is like your subreddit. So if you go on Reddit, there are different subreddits. There's one for N8N, there's one for AI agent. There are a lot of subreddits. So the submode here is basically general. And then the title is daily motivational message. So if I come in here, the title is daily motivation. And then the content is the output I got from my node. So when I run this, you can see that the message was successfully created. The good thing about this is that it gives you the URL to the post, right? So if I should copy this URL in here and I go into Moltbot, right? And I click on any random post, for instance, right? General. Because this is an AI agent platform, there are a lot of messages that are coming every single minute or second, right? So you may not be able to filter through and look for your exact message. But the good thing is that you get this URL, which you can paste in here. And once you paste it in here, it sort of leads you to your own message. So this is the message that was created by my AI agents, which I think is really cool. Guys, I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Let me know in the comment section below. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, like I mentioned, I do a lot of tutorials on AI tools, AI automation, AI workflows. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video and share it as well. I do have a number of courses as well on LinkedIn Learning, so you can check out my courses on LinkedIn Learning as well. If you're interested in joining my February cohort, then the link would also be in the description box so that you can sign up. But thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.